Hello everyone, welcome back. It is not so common for a mainstream commercial cinema to venture into a topic that could potentially upset the majority. But once in a blue moon, someone gathers the courage to express that something which is left unspoken. In Malayalam cinema, the courage is a lot more often. This year's Malayalam release, Jana Gana Mana, is one such gem. Given the current environment where media trials are the norm, this movie comes as a relief and narrates a carefully drafted script without being overdramatic. This movie is about the mystery behind the murder of a lady professor. What seems to be an open and shut case takes a different turn when an unconventional lawyer steps in and defends the accused, to the rude shock of many. How the story unravels from there is the rest of the movie. The movie opens up with sensational media coverage of the murder, which looks like borrowed from K.V. Anand's school of cinema. Much to the relief of the audience, we realize that the portrayal of the sensationalism was intentional and it was shown to highlight that it exists. Media sensationalism not just exists, but thrives and flourishes. The script by Sharis Mohammed is kept tight without meandering into unnecessary masala elements, which is typical of Indian cinema. That doesn't mean that there are no songs. There are pleasing melodies by Jex Bijoy that accompany in the background without ruining the pace of the movie. There are several things to admire in this movie. I watched the original Malayalam version. However, language is made as a no barrier for this movie. All the characters speak in a mix of Malayalam, Kannada, Tamil, and English. The first half is a tad slow, but once the courtroom sessions begin, the eyes get glued to the screen. In fact, the courtroom sessions begin exactly after interval. The director also stays away from generalized negative portrayal of any particular group, may it be religion, language, or political preferences. There are subtle cues that are subject to interpretation, but the creators make no bones about being anti-elitist. The movie does not hesitate in calling out the plight of the underprivileged and who decides what. What makes the headlines are determined by who benefits from it, and that forms the basis of the entire argument by the lawyer played by Prithviraj. Prithviraj, as Arvind Swaminathan, the lawyer and as the face of this project, has made a bold move. I am sure he didn't initiate such a project just by accident. The lead cast is not one protagonist here, it is enormous. Prithviraj, Suraj Venjaramoodu, Kitty, Sundar, Mamta Mohandas, and many more. Each of them take a small piece of the cake. There are equal number of shortcomings to the movie as well. The way the lawyer Arvind starts his argument. I'm not sure how many courts would allow proceedings if lawyers start with arguments with instances of unrelated cases. There would be multiple instances of contempt to the court. However, for the cinematic experience, some liberties are taken so that the audience can connect, and we can live with it. So does the judge, played by Kitty. Looks like the director gave all the attention to the lead cast and paid little attention to the supporting cast. All those who play the small roles look like amateurs who memorize the dialogues and reciting them in a hurry before they forget. The background score. While the melodious interludes are a treat through the years, the same cannot be said about the background score. It is not bad, but not exceptional as well. GM Sundar playing the negative role as Nageshwar Rao with over-the-top acting. It would have suited the usual commercial masala genre very well, but in this movie it looks totally out of place. Divya comes in a blink and miss role, but I guess she will have a key role to play in the sequel in 2024. The movie ends with a clear indication that the game is not over. Prithviraj's past is shown only in glimpses. There is a score he has to settle, which will form the basis for the next installment. I failed to pay attention to the technical aspects like cinematography and editing. That is because of the nature of the story. I tend to overlook technical aspects in such movies. My recommendation: this movie is a must watch. It is not too often you end up watching a movie that does not make a fool of the viewers. It is available in Netflix. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'll come back soon with my next review. Till then, bye bye.